Hello, today we're going to talk about factor by grouping. All right, when you're factoring four terms, you need to look to see, again, if any of them have factors related to each other. In cases, these all will. So whenever you have four terms, you switch them around to be able to drag stuff out of it. And I'm going to show you how to do this, just with your examples. Just with these examples. So, this has a J and a J, this has a K and a K. So I'm going to take the J out of this. I'm going to group it, and I'm going to group. So now I grouped it into two different things. Out of this, I'm going to take the greatest common factor of J, which leaves M and M. M and N. Over here, I'm going to take out a K from both of them, which leaves with M and M. So there you go. I took out, well, as you'll notice, now I have an M and M and an M and M left. So I'm going to combine those M and N's into one. And then I'm going to take what I took out of both of them, which is J and K, and put them into their own binomial. So what I factored out becomes one binomial, and what is left in each of them has to be the same thing. So if I got M and C here, I couldn't do anything, and it can't be factored down. All right? So this is what you have to do to be able to factor these down when you have four terms. You have to rearrange them to take out the greatest common factor of them, but what should be left over should always be the same. All right, example number 2. So I have four terms again. I can see that this has an A and an A in common, and I can see that this has a 3 and a 6 in common. So here, I'm going to take out the A, I have B plus 2. Over here, I'm going to take out the plus 3. Now I have B plus 2 and B plus 2. Those are my same ones. And then I have an A and a 3. And it's just that simple. It's just about seeing what's inside of it and taking it out. All right, continuing with this one. If I actually wanted to switch this around, I could and do it another way. So if I took this one and I combined my other two like terms. So if I took A and B and 3B and I switched them around, and then I took the 2A and matched it up with the 6. So all I did was change my two middle ones around. You can ask yourself, will it still work? Yes, it will. So I group it the same, as long as they have stuff in common. Just switch the middle two. So this has a B in common now. And this has a 2 in common. As you see, I still have A plus 3 and A plus 3. And here I still have a B plus 2. And this is the same thing as that. All right, example number 3. Now when I look at this, I have an x squared and a 10y. They have nothing in common. Back here I have a 10x and an xy. They have an x in common, but because I don't have anything the same in the front, I have to do some rearranging. So I'm going to switch this to x squared, and I'm just going to switch my middle two numbers. Now, my front two have the x in common, and my back two have a y in common. So I take my x out of the front, and all I did was just rearrange these two around. That's all I did. I just switched them. I get x minus 10, and over here I'm going to take the y out, and I get 10 minus x. All right? Is that correct? Is x minus 10 and 10 minus x the same thing? No, it is not. So how do I make them the same? Well, how do I make that x positive is what I need to do, and the 10 negative. Now I switch this to negative y. Now that I take a negative y out of that, that makes this positive and that negative, which then becomes x minus 10. And there you go. Now you have an x minus 10 and x minus 10. Sometimes you have to take an extra negative out to make these two look alike. So your final answer here is x minus y and x minus 10. There you go. All right, example number 4. This is a pretty straightforward one. They're already in order. But this has no numbers. It just has an n squared you're going to take out. But when you take an n squared away from that, that makes that just 1. Don't just take out the whole n squared. N squared still has to distribute something when you redo it. And over here, I have negative and negative in the back, so I can just take out plus 3. And there we go. So then I get n squared plus 3 and n minus 1. All right, this is our 5th example. All right, the first thing I want to do is put it in the right order. Your squared should always be in the front. So b squared plus ab plus bc plus ac. Now I just need to check to make sure, if I group them like this, will they have something in common? Yes, this has a b and a b, and this has a c and a c. So I can group them like that. So here I take out a b, and I go b plus a. Here I take out a c, and I get a b plus a. The b plus c is right there, and then b plus a. There you go. All right, this has been factor by grouping. Hope it helps, and good luck.